Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. And today I have a sort of special build video for you guys because this is a build that I did on accident. But anyway, basically what ended up happening was that in my adventures of trying to get Constellation 6 Zhongli and Child, I ended up getting Constellation 4 Keqing. So even though I don't really have a lot of love for Keqing, I was just like, I might as well build her, right? Since, she's a Constellation 4 5-star DPS. I might as well try to build her. So I ascended her to phase 5 or whatever it is. I just have to level her up to 90, which I'm currently working on. And then I started working on the Black Sword, but unfortunately I was just waiting to see if the Aquila is going to be on the next banner, because if the Aquila is on the next banner, then I'll be leveling that up. But it doesn't really seem like it's going to be that, so I'm just going to end up leveling the Black Sword now. But for now, I don't really have any other weapon that I want to give her, so I'm just going to give her the Skyward Blade because I have it at 90, and this thing is pretty nutty. Mainly because I have it at Refinement rank 4, which gives me 7% crit rate, and then whenever I ulti, it gives me 10% attack speed and 35% increased normal and charge attack damage, which is pretty insane because with Keqing, like, you're going to be ulting pretty much every 4 seconds, and you have a shitload of energy recharge, so even if you just hit one enemy with your E, that's pretty much going to be enough energy to just cast your ulti again. Not only that, but Keqing also has this talent that increases her crit rate and her energy recharge by 15% after you ulti. So you ulti, you're going to have increased attack speed, crit rate, energy recharge, and normal charge attack damage. So it's just cracked out, basically. Whenever you ulti, you just get such a huge power spike. It's ridiculous. Now, I honestly don't really like playing Electro Keqing. I already have an Electro Charge team comp with Child, so I prefer playing physical damage Keqing. I feel like it's a little bit more consistent, to be honest. I don't think I'll play Electro Keqing unless I get Constellation 6, which, let's be honest, I probably will because this game hates me. But I was trying to find other units that would go well with Keqing, and all the units that I think would go really well with her aren't really super high leveled right now. My Lisa is level 20, and the only reason why I want to level her up is because of this talent. It basically reduces enemies' defense by 15% whenever they get hit by your ulti, which is a huge AoE, and it lasts for freaking 15 seconds. So this is really good for a support. Plus, it would just give her the resonance for the electro damage particle, so it's just really nice to have overall. And then Xingqiu is pretty much the perfect pairing for any electro unit, to be honest. It just gives you everything you want. It gives you heals, gives you damage reduction, gives you electro charge procs, and Xingqiu does a crap load of damage with his E and his ulti, so I want to level him up, but he's not quite there yet, so I was looking for another unit to use in the meanwhile as a healer, and guess who I have as a healer that I haven't been using on any team? A level 90 C6 Zhongli. So since I decided to use him, I switched up his build a little bit, and I'm just running 4 pieces of Archaic Petra. And in case you guys don't really know what this does, is that whenever I create a Crystallize shield, it gives me 35% elemental damage bonus of the element of that shield. So basically, I just zap somebody with Keqing, and then I swap to Zhongli to create the shield, and then I pick up the shield with Zhongli. If you don't pick it up with Zhongli, it's not going to give you the buff. And then I can just swap back to Keqing, and she has a pretty cracked out damage increase. Even though she's physical build, this just kind of improves her electro damage, because why not? There's really nothing he can do to improve her physical damage, at least not anymore after beta. So it's just another way of boosting her damage, essentially. Now, because I'm running her physical, I need Cryo to proc Superconduct, so I use my trusty buddy Kea. His ulti is pretty fast to get, and also it is pretty long lasting, and I can just use 4 pieces of Noblesse to give myself an attack damage buff, so he works out pretty well. And then the only other thing I can do to boost my physical damage even further is use Constellation for Xinyan. So basically, if you didn't know, you get 15% more physical damage when you have her shield up on you, and then you have 15% physical damage reduction on enemies that get hit by the swing of your E. So they take 15% more damage and you deal 15% more damage. So at this point I realized, okay, well, I have 2 shielding units on my party, so what artifacts am I going to give Keqing? So originally I was going to give her 4 pieces of Gladiator, but honestly all the Gladiator pieces I have are just complete trash, or I'm already using them on my other carries, like Beto and Child, and I don't want to keep swapping artifacts every single time I swap party. That is super annoying. So what other artifact set could I use? Could I use 2-piece Glad and 2-piece Bloodstained, like I originally wanted to? Yeah, of course I could, except that I'm already using my good Bloodstained pieces on Xinyan. So what other artifact set could I use? Bolide! So right now, I'm using the set that I farmed for DPS Zhongli. Unfortunately, I still have this garbage mask with pure HP defense EM. And I don't have a single physical damage 5-star cup. I've never gotten a physical damage 5-star cup, much less from a good set. So all I have is this cup that I used to use on Razor from like a million years ago. And I have this one, but this one is pretty bad. So we're just going to be using this one instead. And that's essentially the build. I have 4 pieces of Retracing Bolide on Keqing with a Skyward Blade, with Zhongli as my main healer, Kea and Xinyan support. It's just such a fucking weird-ass team comp. Like, I would not recommend this to you unless you have this exact same loadout, because it actually works. Like, this build slaps. It does so much freaking damage. Like, you don't even understand. Alright, so obviously all that damage is just hella overkill for like world mobs especially, and I don't really like using Keqing for world mobs, so I'm just not gonna do that right now. But just to show you guys that the build actually works, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to one-phase this Pyro Flower. I've done it a bunch of times before, and now I'm gonna fail on video, just watch. But anyway, I swapped out Zhongli for Barbara because I need like a Hydro damage dealer, but I'm not even gonna take into account the Thrilling Tales I think she has. Yeah, it's not even going to take into account because after her, I'm going to swap to Kea, and after that, I'm going to swap to Xinyan, so Keqing is not going to get any benefit from the Thrilling Tales. So we're just going to do this, and then ulti, and then use this, and then boom. Oh, we had to ulti, not throw out the E. But anyway, look at this damage, bro. Look at that Damaggio. Look at that Damaggio, my guy. Look at that Damaggio. And I lost the Xinyan shield like 30% through its health, so... And that could have been even faster if I didn't throw out my E randomly at the beginning of the fight. I just had to instantly ulti, just so I would get the buff from Skyward and from her talent. So just to show you guys my stats, I guess, right now I have 1800 attack, and I have 58% crit rate with 144% crit damage, and this goes up by 15% whenever I use my ult. And yeah, that's the build. Honestly, dudes, I just wanted to show you guys this because I just found it funny. This isn't really something that I would practically ever recommend to people. I mean, maybe 4-piece Bolide when you have shielding supports like Zhongli, Xinyan, Diona, or something like that. I would replace Diona for Kea, but Kea is just too good, honestly. His cryo application is really nice, so I kind of just prefer this. But ideally, you could just use Diona instead of him, and then you could run another support here instead of Zhongli, but... That is the most unorthodox Keqing build of all time, but it does work, so I mean, can't hate. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to, like I said, share this with you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll be using this on stream, by the way, so if you guys have any questions or want to see it work live, then be sure to stop by the channel and catch me sometime. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go and try to get some rest. I will talk to you guys later. Take care.